So this is what really bothers me about the book To Kurt, I'm Sorry. There's a lot of things in there that are true, even things that I have done more research on, like Mark Lanigan, and linking him back to the 1997 Unsolved Mysteries tips, and Tammy Hill from his book, the one that called those tips in, as well as his own lyrics and everything, even to Dylan. You always held your tongue despite what evil thing I'd done. Courtney Love's own drawings of her being in a red dress. And Bonnie said to Joe and Callie that the person in the greenhouse from the driveway looked like Kurt Cobain from behind, from the back. That would be Courtney Love in the red dress, not Mark Lanigan. Yeah, he's done some weird, freaky shit, whatever. So has Courtney. More so Courtney. Holy crap. Anyway, let's look at the current cover-up in the Cobain case from last year and this year and going onward. Hopefully it doesn't work. So it was Courtney Love in the red dress. Chris Todd, the ghostwriter for this book, To Kurt, I'm Sorry, had Joe lie and cover up about who was actually in the greenhouse that Bonnie said was wearing a red dress and looked again like Kurt Cobain from behind. They want to put it in this book that it was Lanigan or Dylan. It looked more like Lanigan than Dylan. That's not fucking true, Joe. And I was on a Zoom call with both Joe and Chris told us to leave Courtney out so that we don't get sued and lose money. But then I think back to Tom Grant and how he said that Courtney wouldn't sue anyone over this because she doesn't want it to lead to disclosure. So are they afraid of being sued? Or are they just on somebody's side that isn't Kurt Cobain? I just want to include that it's ironic that the person who had Chris Todd enter this whole Cobain case thing is a person that actually has had dinner with Courtney Love and has had many phone calls with her. I find that really weird that Chris Todd comes from that person and now we're covering up Courtney's involvement in the actual murder. And remember when Gibby Haynes said, I was in the same rehab as Courtney. I know where she was when the murder occurred. Well, she checked into the rehab with Gibby after the murder. So now think about what Gibby said, but think about it with more context. She was there. Oh, and check out, the Unsolved Mysteries tips about her being at the Boeing field and being seen a day before the murder. Or after the murder, the person said. But it would have been right before. Also, in the same book, To Kurt, I'm Sorry, in the beginning of chapter 6, Joe and Chris explain that they don't want to be too honest about the dates. They don't want to be straight up forward about the accurate date of when this or that happened. They don't want to, and you should respect that. You have to respect that, because that's Joe's choice. No. That is Chris's choice, and he made it be Joe's choice, saying that they don't want to get sued and lose all the money they're going to make on this fucking book.
Ghost children brought up to be hard, from prison cell down to the graveyard. Who got the drugs to sell? Who got the money to spend? Some cats they cut through in day glow, cop hats, braces, and say so. Ain't got no drugs to buy, and all this money to spend. No justice here, no justice there. Nobody sees, nobody cares. Ain't no justice here, no justice there. Nobody sees, nobody cares. Dead as a vampire's kiss, it ain't no party. When you fire your last round and miss, it ain't no party. just a snake.